G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I will be giving you my predictions for the Queensland Maroons side. Now obviously you guys would have saw my predictions for the Blues side, probably dropped yesterday. Unless I was slack and didn't get it up, I don't know, but it should. One should come out on Sunday, one should come out on Monday. So hopefully that's how it worked. But yeah, we're going to jump in and do this selection. So, this is tough. Now, the back line, pretty easy. I've got that locked in, no trouble at all. The forward pack, that is where it gets hard. The forward pack and the interchange spots for the forward pack, and I've just got the Guardians of the Galaxy just pop up on the screen. So that's bloody great. I wanted a nice little background there, and that is not going to happen. Can I? No, I can get rid of it. Shout out to Zero Tackle for doing this. So, yeah, good fun. Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Hopefully they sponsor me. I doubt it, but who knows? All right, let's go. We're going to jump in. We're going to do this prediction. You guys are going to leave me your comments down below to say whether you agree or disagree, who you'd change and why. Let me know. Fullback, there's two options. Two options for fullback, and one of them is not there. Ironically, that's funny. All right, Reece Walsh is my fullback anyway. I bet you they put Ponga here. They have. They put Ponga at 5'8". Why put Ponga at 5'8", bruh? Why? I get he's playing 5'8", but we want to select him at fullback. We'll select him at fullback. You know. All right. So Reece Walsh fullback. I think it's a locked. I think that's locked in anyway. Reece Walsh has been outstanding all season and deserves that spot. Where I do believe that Caleb Ponga just doesn't have the confidence that he did earlier on in the season and last year as well. The head knocks, I think, are just getting to him, and until he gets his confidence back, I wouldn't name him in the Maroons squad. But if you guys would want to, that's up to you. You let me know that in the comments, but I think Reece Walsh has done everything right to lock in that fullback spot. My wingers. All right, so on one wing, I hope they've got both of them there. One wing, I've gone with the Hammer, and the other wing, I have gone with Selwyn Cobbo. Hammer has been playing amazing at club level. He's arguably, with Reece Walsh, as, a buy of the year, to be honest. He's been very good, very, very underrated in my opinion as well. I definitely think he deserves a spot in this squad, as does Selwyn Cobbo. He's been outstanding for the Broncos, definitely deserves to get picked. My centres, one centre is a lock. He's locked in, Val Holmes. In a Cowboys side that's relatively been struggling, Valentine Holmes has been outstanding. Every game he's played, bar probably one, he has been the best player on the field for the Cowboys, in my opinion. So he definitely deserves that spot. The next one. Now, to start things off with, I was actually going to name Hammer in the centres and then go Xavier Coates on the wing. But I thought, no, you know what? This guy, regardless of how he's going at club level, always turns up for Origin. That's Dane Gagai. I think Dane's got to be there. He is one of those players you definitely stay loyal to in Origin because he will pay you back and then some. I think Dane Gagai has to be in this squad. Some of you guys might disagree, and that is absolutely fine. If there's another player you think that deserves to be there over Gagai, please do let me know. But I do think Gagai deserves that spot. He always rips and tears when it comes to Origin. All right, the halves, they pick themselves. You're Cameron Munster, you're Daly Cherry Evans. Cameron Munster, I personally wouldn't say he's the informed 5'8" in the comp at the moment. I think there's a few players above him. But when it comes to Origin, you got to have him in the squad. He is a difference maker, and he needs to be there. Daly Cherry Evans, for me, he's having a stellar year. Like, I think he's putting a lot of the doubters, all the doubters, he's basically gone, nah, you know what, I am the player that I know I am, and that a lot of people know I am and can be. And he's basically shut down any reports of him getting dropped from Origin because he has been outstanding this year. I'd say same with Valentine Holmes. Whenever Manly is struggling, you look at the best players and you've probably got Olakawatu, Daly Cherry Evans, and Jake Trbojevic. Like, that's it. Daly has been outstanding for Manly this year and will get picked 100% for the Maroons. All right, my front rowers. Like Payne Haas for the Blues, Tino has to be picked for the Maroons. He has to be there. I would be shocked if he didn't get selected. So he is my first pick for the front rowers. My second pick. Now, originally, I was going to go Christian Welch, and I still might do that. I'm not too sure though. Now, Welshie, he does a job at Origin level, a bit like Gagai. So but then again, so does Papali'i. It's, to be honest, this spot is between Papali'i and Christian Welch, in my opinion. And I'm going to side with Welsh at the moment. Papali'i has been in amazing form. I did write down here somewhere what he's been averaging. He's at 9 tackle breaks for the season, averaging 125 metres a game, 26 tackles per game at 98% efficiency. Outstanding stuff from the big man, but I've got to go Christian Welch. I've got to lock in Christian Welch there. My dummy half is going to be Harry Grant, which then means that Ben Hunt comes off the bench. I'm just going to put these two in now. No point going back on it. Harry Grant to start for me and Hunt off the bench. That is, in my opinion, what we should do. I know a lot of people will say the reverse, and that's fine as well. Like, to be honest, I don't think there's any wrong answer with Harry Grant and Ben Hunt. I just think Harry Grant is an 80-minute dummy half, and you can bring Ben Hunt Ben Hunt on when the forwards get tired, and give him a bit of just chuck him in there as a utility we know he can be. I think him and Harry Grant can coexist on the field 100%. So my second rower is Felice Carfusi, Finn Diesel. Lock him in. He deserves to be there. My second one is David Fifita. Both of these players deserve their spots in the Maroon side, in my opinion. I've seen a few people say Kurt Capewell. Personally, I'm not picking Kurt Capewell this year. Look, I know, Queensland are loyal. They pick the players that, have done a job for them over the years. And that's cool for Dane Gagai. It's cool for Christian Welch. But I think there's just too many players in amazing form to pick over Kurt Capewell. So for me, he doesn't make it this year. My lock, though, is from the Broncos, and that's Patrick Carrigan. You got to have Paddy Carrigan at lock. He is the best lock for Queensland, in my opinion. So at lock, Paddy Carrigan is a lock. I did that over on the New South Wales one too. You should check it out. But we come to my 3 forward spots. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 players that I think could fight for these spots. Corey Horsburgh, Tom Gilbert, Jared Wallace, Jai Arrow, Reuben Cotter, Jermaine Hopgood, Lindsay Collins, and Mo Fotuaika. And I honestly still don't know who I'm taking. However, I will say one player won me over on the weekend, and that is Corey Horsburgh. Please tell me he's here. Good. Corey Horsburgh's got to be in the team. He's got that dog in him. He has to be in this squad. I don't care what anybody said. You can disagree with any other pick. I personally believe Corey Horsburgh needs to get selected for Queensland. And if he's not selected for Queensland, I would be shocked. Now, to put in perspective what he's doing, 14 tackle breaks, 94% tackle efficiency with 31 tackles per game. He's averaging well over 110 metres a game. He's been one of Canberra's best players, and in my opinion, I think he needs to be there. Now, you could make the argument that Josh Papali'i has better stats, but stats don't always mean everything. Papali'i's getting towards the end of his representative career, whereas Corey Horsburgh's at the start of it. He's young, he's ready to go, he's ready to match it with those grubby New South Wales players because he's got that dog in him. He can be a grub as well, and I think Queensland need that. They need Corey Horsburgh. He is a player that I am selecting and will not take people argue with me about it. Corey Horsburgh's got to be in the team. My next player, it's going to seem biased, but I'm taking Jai Arrow. And a big reason why I'm taking Jai Arrow is he can fill in at any spot in the forward pack. He can fill in the front row. He can fill in the second row. He can fill in at lock. He's played all these positions. He's played it at the top level. He knows what he's doing. He's in, I'd say, arguably career best form as well. Most of the time he's coming off the bench, and this is his stats. 10 tackle breaks, 95% tackle efficiency, 30 tackles per game, 122 metres, and the Rabbitohs are sitting at second. I think he brings a lot to that Rabbitohs side, and I think he needs to be selected for the Maroons. All right, my last one. So this is tough. My last one has come down to probably 3 players. Actually, there's 5 players that I think deserve a shout out. Now, Jared Wallace was one of them, but I've taken him out now. I don't think he's been great, but I don't think he's been at Origin level this year. Whereas Tommy Gilbert has been outstanding. Gilbert is averaging 38 tackles a game, 91% efficiency, 16 tackle breaks and 125 metres. He stood up for the Dolphins, playing very well under Wayne Bennett. Definitely a player that I could pick in this squad, and it is going to be so hard for me to lock in that last spot. Another player is Reuben Cotter. Reuben Cotter has been amazing. 17 tackle breaks, 95% efficiency, tackle efficiency, 35 tackles per game, and 133 metres. The only thing that I'm kind of going away from Cotter is he hasn't been that consistent. Like, there'll be one game he'll run for over 200 metres, and then the next he'll go for 80. Like, the consistency just hasn't been there for him, and I can't pick him. I don't think I can pick Cotter, so I'm putting a line through Cotter. I'm putting a line through Wallace. The next one is one that I called out and said that he will be named in the Origin for Game 1, in the Origin team for Game 1. That is Jermaine Hopgood. He's an offloading machine. He does a lot of work. He averages 41 tackles a game, 92% efficiency. What else is there? He's got 12 tackle breaks this season, averaging 121 metres per game. The only other thing is he has had games where he hasn't been consistent as well, whereas I think everybody else that I've named on this bench has been at least consistent in every game they've played this year. I want to pick him for the sake that I said that he would get picked in Origin Game 1, but I'm not going to. So line through Jermaine Hopgood, which means Tom Gilbert is one player. Lindsay Collins could be there as well. Lindsay's made 21 tackle breaks, which is more than any of the forwards I've got listed. 91% tackle efficiency, 30 tackles per game, and 131 metres per game. I would say at this point of time, he's winning over Tommy Gilbert. So we'll put a line through Tom Gilbert. Those stats are freaking amazing. And I know I say stats don't mean everything, but he's definitely a player that I could see in this squad, and a player that I personally think deserves to be in this squad. But there's one more player that I think has been outstanding, and I think he's won it over for me. And a lot of people might disagree with this, and a lot of people might say that it's the wrong call. But I'm selecting him. I am selecting him. I'm selecting Mo Fotuaika, if they'll let me. Mo Fotuaika. Let me read Mo's stats. 16 tackle breaks this season, 30 tackles a game at 95% efficiency, and he's running for over 160 metres per game. That's the most of any other forward in this list. He has been outstanding for the Titans this year, and he is a big reason why the Titans have been successful this season. So I think Mo Fotuaika has to be in the Queensland team. I would love to put Jermaine Hopgood or Tommy Gilbert or Lindsay Collins in over him, but I just think the impact he's going to bring off the bench is going to help Queensland immensely. We need players with that dog in them, and he is one of those players. I think I think the Queensland bench has more dog in it than the New South Wales bench, if they name it like this. I really do. All of these players, they're gritty, they're grubby, they're tough. They will take it to the New South Wales forwards. And I think this is how Queensland should name their lineup. But it's up to you guys whether you agree with me or disagree. So leave your comments down below. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.